Welcome to KLINGSPOR. I'm Luke Dombrowski, and today we're going to be talking about the best way to prepare a piece of wood for staining and to take care of some imperfections in a polyurethane top coat finish. The piece of wood that we chose to work with today is common pine. This is a very popular wood in the woodworking industry across amateurs and professionals alike. It's a soft wood, it's really easy to work with, and it leaves a pretty decent finish if prepared properly. To sand our workpiece and prepare it for staining, we're choosing to use our PS33. That's our aluminum oxide semi-open coated Klingon disc. This is a very popular material in the sanding world because it is stair rated and it's semi-open coated. Both of these go towards helping fight loading when we're using soft woods. KLINGSPOR's PS33 is available all the way from P40 all the way to P600 in the grit range, but we're just using it in P60 up to P150 today. The 60 to 120 grits we're going to use on the flat surfaces on the sides. I'm going up to 150 on the end grains to try to close those off a little bit more than the rest of the workpiece since they're so open and take in more stain. Today I'm not going to skip any grits in the grit sequence when I'm working with this. I'm going straight through P60, 80, 100, and 120. Sometimes you can get away with just skipping every other grit and still getting away with it, but you need to be careful no matter what you're doing that you're cleaning the workpiece entirely of all sawdust and debris in between each grit. After the stain dries, it's time to put our first coat of polyurethane on our project. Polyurethane is a great and very popular finish. It comes in a lot of different finishes and variations, all the way from satin to glossy. There are a lot of things that can go wrong when applying polyurethane, but just about all of these things that can go wrong can be solved by sanding them down. We just put that first coat of polyurethane on our project. As you can see, I intentionally did some things wrong to cause some imperfections. First, I shook the can. You don't ever want to shake the can of polyurethane. You always want to stir it gently to mix it up. But I also put it on very thick and very unevenly in a lot of places. And then on the edges, you can see that running look that I left. It kind of looks like it's dripping down the sides. These are very common application problems that can occur. Some of the other problems that can happen with your polyurethane top coat is discoloration, scratches. It's got a very rough feeling to it, smearing, cloudiness, and in some cases, if you happen to have an outdoor workshop, you can sometimes get insects and bugs that come and fly and land on your workpiece and get dried up in that hard polyurethane top coat. But again, all of these problems can be solved by sanding down that top coat. Not all the way off, just by taking it a little bit and evening it back out before you put on a second coat. Now we're going to remove that top layer. Again, we want to be gentle, we don't want to take off too much. For the top flat spots, I want to use my random orbital sander, but I want to do my sides by hand. You might be asking, why not use the sander for all the sides? Well, there is a good chance I could angle the sander and take off my edges. I don't want to take off that much, so I want to be nice and gentle. And again, we're just taking off a little bit of layer of this polyurethane. So we're going to just take it nice and smooth and try to get it back to an even finish. For this task, I want to use KLINGSPOR's FP77 at the P320 grit. This is a film back product, which means it's very durable and very flexible. It also has a specialized top coat which helps fight loading. Polyurethane, sometimes when it's hard, it becomes soft and gummy when you sand it, which will load up your disc. This FP77 is going to help fight that and not load up as bad and still work well. Now that we've worked down that first layer of polyurethane, we're ready to go and put the second coat on. But before we put the second coat on, we want to make sure we clean it of all debris. And in this case, sometimes the air hose doesn't get quite everything. So you want to wipe it down with a shop rag or a paper towel or something and get everything out of there. Staining in polyurethane is a great way to show off your beautiful workpiece. But sanding is an intricate part of this process. And when done right, it makes it look even better. I hope you had a great time with us here at KLINGSPOR today, and I hope you learned something. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video down at the bottom before you leave. To get your hands on our KLINGSPOR products, contact KLINGSPOR today.